Happy NaNoWriMo! Pay no attention to the fact I'm wearing the exact same clothes as I was in my last video. That either says that I finished filming that video today, November 1st, not during Preptober, but in fact while NaNoWriMo had already started, or it says I haven't showered or washed, or I guess it says that I wore the same shirt. You decide which one you want to believe. It'll be a viewer choice. But hi guys, oh my gosh, here we are. Can you tell I'm procrastinating already? No, I just wanted to say hi before I jump into the clips and before Zach gets home. It is way later in the day than I wanted it to be to start, but let's be honest, I am a night writer. I always have been, so I'm not gonna fight my natural tendencies as far as like when to write. I think I'm gonna be a night writer for most of Nano. But really quick, before Zach gets home, like I said, he'll be home in like 10 minutes. I just wanna talk about what I've been working on. I haven't talked about it at all, mostly because I myself haven't really thought about it. Can I be honest? Oh, I should have changed my calendar. There, now it's November. I am gonna be a rebel this year. I always am. I think the one time I wasn't was literally last year, and that was probably the worst NaNoWriMo I've had. So, whatever. I'm gonna be a rebel in the sense I'm not working on anything new. I am kind of editing, but also writing, like from scratch. Basically, I am tackling the next draft of my book. I've written 2 complete drafts. So I wrote my first draft of my book. Now I've rewritten a second draft that I finished last year. And this is gonna be me kind of revising that second draft while also adding a lot to it. My second draft, I think, came to, oh gosh, what was it? I think it was in the 70,000s. Was it? I'll put on a little thing. Maybe it was in the 60s even. I think it was in the 70s though. The biggest thing I need to write is I want to make one of the main characters. So I've got kind of 2 main characters. One of my professors argued every book only has a single main character no matter how many points of view you have. I don't know if I agree with that. I kind of agree with it, but also I don't know if I agree with it. Anyway, I want to bring out one of the main characters a lot and add basically more chapters in her point of view. I think I've come to this decision. I've gone back and forth about it, but in the end, I want the story to be just as much hers as it is my main character, Paul. And in order to do that, I've decided to write in her chapters. So that's gonna be kind of my like whole new writing that I'm gonna be doing. So it's gonna be all brand new things. And then also along with that, revising, because if I'm adding in her chapters, that means Paul's chapters kind of will have to change too, I imagine. So that is that. Oh, and I guess if you're finding me for the first time, hi. My name is Haley. Sometimes I get new viewers during this time, so I don't want to ignore you guys. I am an unbook published author. I have been a journalist before, so technically I'm published. I just like to give myself credit there, even though I was like a journalist for like 2 months. I recently, in May 2022, graduated with my master's degree. Technically I graduated in 2021, but our graduation ceremony was in 2022, this year. And I would like to publish my book. I'm going the traditional publishing route, and so I have to make my book shiny and good enough to convince other people it's good, not just myself. And so that's what we're working on. And oh, my ultimate goal, by the end of this year, so December 31st, 2022, I almost said 21, I want to submit to at least 1 agent. That's the place I want to get my book on, which means I have 2 months. Why this pressing deadline, you ask? Well, if you haven't seen my other videos, I am pregnant and I am due in January. And so I think just for myself, it's really important. Like, I just have to do this. I want to do this. I have to do this. And it's a promise that I've made to myself. And it's not like once I have kids, I'm gonna give up on my passions or anything, but I just know it's gonna get a lot harder. So I would like to at least hit this before that happens. And now that I'm out of the first trimester, second trimester nausea, fatigue, I'm feeling so much better, even though I'm in the 3rd trimester now and things are like getting tough for that reason. I feel just so much physically better, able to focus. This is the best time, I think, in my pregnancy to do this. Though things are getting tough. Currently, you can't tell, but my shirt is a crop top. It's a sweater, and it doesn't really fit over my stomach very comfortably. And this is a sweater. A sweater doesn't fit. That's where we're at. So as far as day 1 goes, honestly, one thing that I just told myself I absolutely have to do is finish rereading my book. I have not done that. That's what I was supposed to do in October for Preptober. But October was spent trying to get my space organized. You can watch that vlog. I just uploaded it yesterday. Yeah, so I'm behind already, typical fashion. But yeah, I really want to finish rereading my story so that I can have a bigger picture of what it is I want to change. Maybe I'll see some moments that I think will be a good place to add in my Anna chapters, as I'm calling it. Sorry, I'm looking at my like to-do list to the left of me. That's why I keep looking this way. Because then after that, I wanted to re-outline, but I'm hoping my outlining ideas will kind of come with my rereading ideas so they can kind of be parallel. And then I'll start officially writing, which means that on November 1st, today, I probably won't do any writing. Is that terrible? Maybe I can do just like a fun, get me in the character mood, like what do you call those things? A writing prompt. Like something I'm not actually gonna put in my story, but just to kind of like get me back in the character mood. Sorry, my daughter's currently like stretching and it's very distracting. Eden, I swear she's gonna break out. She does these stretches and she pushes her head like all the way to the side, and then I become really lopsided and just like, you can just tell it's her head or her butt right here. I don't know, I can't tell exactly what it is. But anyway, sorry. Baby girl, mama's talking. Yeah, so as far as like NaNoWriMo goal tracking goes, I don't know if I'm gonna write 50,000 words. Like I do not know if that is gonna happen. And so I'm gonna try and add at least the words I do write, just to see how many words I add to it, I guess. I don't really know. But essentially my goal is still the same as NaNoWriMo, which is to finish it by November 30th. So finish this next draft by November 30th. So then I can get into the really heavy revision stages in order to submit to an agent by the end of December. It's really scary sounding because that means a lot has to happen. But remember, this isn't my first draft. This is like, I mean, technically I've revised this draft too. So this is not me writing a 0 draft and then planning to submit next month. Like technically I've written this freaking thing so many times and rewritten and edited chapters and edited scenes. So I'm not starting from 0 here, and hopefully that means it's not unrealistic to want to submit by the end of next month. Though it is a little scary because I'm going to have a lot of new chapters included, and obviously those will then have to be revised. So in a way, I'm not as far along as I wanted to be there either, but we'll see. I have a goal, submit to top agent by December 31st. If this book is not in like the shape I want it to be, I might not do my top agent. I'll just do an agent, I guess. Or maybe I'll do like my super top, who I think there's no way I would ever have a chance with anyway, so might as well submit. We'll see. We'll see who I submit to. I'm just like afraid, like, oh, this is my goal. I have to submit to an agent, and even though I think I'm not ready yet, but I just have to make the deadline. So you don't want to do your top agent, because then if it's not that good yet and you know it could be better, you've kind of screwed the pooch, and that's that. So, but I don't want to submit to like any old agent, because then what if they say yes and then I feel pressure to go through with it even though I haven't submitted my top agent? Oh, well, that's just all the querying drama. Anyway, that's for 2023, Haley. Hopefully. Oh God, I really want to just be at the next phase. Please. Enough blabbing. So yeah, I don't know how long the reread is gonna take. I had started reading it already. I think I got decently far, maybe a third of the way through, maybe less. I really don't remember. But I'm gonna start rereading it again from scratch. I think that's all I wanted to say. I'm really excited. I think this month is going to be crazy. Oh, I left out a very exciting part. I'm on vacation. I took the first week of NaNoWriMo off because I was like, Haley, we're putting ourselves first. And I wish I could say it was fully NaNoWriMo motivated. It wasn't. I was really burnt out from work. Work's been crazy. Again, see my productivity vlog that I just put up. Work's been really crazy, but I just finished a huge work project on October 27th. And so I took off this week kind of to just like put all work out of my mind so I have room for other things, AKA writing, and to get refocused again. Okay, that's officially it. I'm hoping my read through doesn't take more than a few days, especially if I'm like really committed to it. If I'm really committed to it, I could finish it tomorrow. Maybe that should be my goal, but yeah, and then finish outlining so that hopefully we can get to the actual writing part by the end of this week. That would be really lovely. But enough blabbing. Let's get to it. Oh, here, I'll show you the situation we got going on. Ooh, spooky. I just pulled it down too. I thought I pulled it down the way. I didn't. See, it does not fit. Oh, I mean, it does, but it's really tight. Yeah, she's third trimester, all right. And it's gonna get bigger. That's the scary, how is it gonna get bigger? It's huge. Do you see this? It like takes off, like it's like a drop off. How does it get bigger? How? Bonus points if you know where my sweater is from. Hint, there's a lot of clues in the background. All right, let's go, I'm hungry. And we need to just start.